There's a lot of things going on in my life right now, and what doesn't make it any better is that I seem to always make the same mistake. We try and stop our bad actions or bad habits. We say this is the last time, or we tell ourselves we've learned our lesson, but then a time comes again where we just repeat the same mistake. And it's a terrible cycle we get in. And sometimes we get to a point where we ask ourselves, are we ever going to stop? Is there any point in stopping anymore? And our hearts kind of go numb at that point. My worst fear in this life is my heart becoming numb to my bad actions. To a point where I've committed it so many times that I've given up on myself. I've given up on stopping those bad actions. I say it's normal. I say, it's just who I am. So why should I stop? I don't ever want to be like that, and we don't know if we'd ever be like that in the future. We can only try and prevent ourselves. But one thing that I try to remind myself is that God, He knows about our struggles. He created us as sinners. He created us with flaws, with the ability to keep making the mistakes. Angels are perfect, they, at least in my belief, they don't make any mistakes. They obey God and nothing else. We have the potential to not follow God. It's our form of, free will to an extent. And because we're created imperfect, God, He knows this. He put us here for that very reason. In fact, that's actually why we're better than angels. Because angels don't have a choice, but we do. God, He wants us to return to Him. He wants us to ask Him for help. He wants us to ask Him for forgiveness. And He grants us that forgiveness. And then we commit the same mistake. God, He knows this. He knows that we are sincere. But we're not perfect. We sometimes can fall back. We try our best. And it's because of this that I've never given up on myself. Though I've made terrible mistakes in my life, though I sometimes repeat the same mistake, I know God is all merciful, and when we battle ourselves, it's a sign that we're a believer. It's a sign we have that faith in God in us. And we should never lose hope in God. We should always be aware of how merciful He is and how He knows us better than we know ourselves. We don't even know what's in us sometimes, we don't even know if our intentions are right. When we do good things, we don't know if we're doing it for the right reasons. We can only try to do it for the right reasons and hope that our intentions are good. So there's this hadith, I'm going to paraphrase this, where he says, if we come closer to God by a handspan, God comes close to us by an arm's length. And if we come closer to God by an arm's length, He comes closer to us more than a feather. And if we come to God walking, He comes to us running. Remember that. Every time we battle ourselves, every time we battle our demons that keep telling us, to give up, to just keep committing the bad deeds and keep committing our mistakes. Though we are not flawless, we keep fighting because God's waiting for us. Make sure you guys watch my latest video on my main channel, which is about mistakes. So don't miss out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's about to rain.